We had 3 heats already underway, already finished of round 1, and we're going to be kicking off again with heat number 4. We've got Hawaiian K.Sallas, we've got South African A.Pieters, and we've got the young American from Florida, S.McLean. I'm Sam Blickley, I'm here with Shannon. Shannon, what are you looking forward to with regards to seeing a Hawaii against a South African against an American? What can we expect in these conditions? There's also been some recent elections that have meant that he's come to the end of his term. But Justin, welcome. Pleasure to be here.
Nice to see you again.
Thanks so much for having us here again in Taiwan. As we see live action, Justin, there we've got our young American from Florida, S.McLean, toes on the nose there in the white vest, surfing a single fin, getting one of those long left-handers.
Beautiful.
What does it mean, Justin, for you to see all these international competitors coming to your area and the energy that you've put into taking this event to the world?
I always wanted for Taiwan to become an international city. And that means in many ways you need to have more connections with the world, the rest of the world. So to turn all this into a world-class surfing competition, that's it's a dream come true, and I'm so happy that after 7 years we can develop this event from scratch, from nothing to now 2 world championships are gonna be crowned here. That's tremendous, and to me that's really I don't know, I'm so happy.
So what inspired you to get behind surfing in the first place?
The surfing environment is good to the extent that they're willing to leave their hometown and to move here to start their new life. I mean, that's something, isn't it? So that's telling us that you got a great environment.
And obviously this is a rural area, so surf tourism has great potential stimulation for the economy here.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. I mean, to do this, you have to have you got to spend money. You got to have your civil servants to put in a lot of work. They're willing to come visit, whether to surf or to witness. That would certainly help our local economy.
And tell me a bit about what you're enduring seeing this Hawaiian surfer K.Sallas here, Justin.
Yes.
I mean, this is world-class surfing.
This is world-class.
K.Sallas is a big threat to win the world title here. He's one of the best longboarders out of Hawaii, where he runs a fantastic surf school there, and that's a beautiful right-hander, really good score. It might go up into the excellent range, so that really will kick his campaign off very well, as we see 18 minutes remain.
She is the county council chair, and so she has been involved even with this event as well in the past. She knows what we're doing, and she recognizes, understands how important this is, and I'm sure she's going to carry on with this.
Well, Justin, thank you so much for putting so much energy into bringing world-class longboarding to Taiwan. Before you know it, Justin, you'll be out there with your toes on your nose threatening for a competition win.
I have doubts on that.
Well, I'm going to bring Shannon back into the booth, and we've got 16 minutes remaining. And thanks very much, Justin, as I go back to this live action with A.Pieters from South Africa there in the blue vest with a great collection of rail turns and nose rides. We saw a fantastic ride from K.Sallas a few minutes ago. So K.Sallas is currently in the lead when the scores will drop. We're waiting for a score to drop. So we've got A.Pieters with a 1 point for 2 terms, has been right behind the Taiwan Open of Surfing. Shannon, tell me a little bit about what we just saw from the great A.Pieters from South Africa.
Nice little rail grab, quick little nose ride to start off with, and goes straight back to it. Those toes fully hooked over the nose and just trying to fight against this wind. So you can see that wind is still throwing in a factor, but it's not too much. Love that little drop knee cut back in the foam, throwing some style in there. Lots of creativity to his surfing.
S.McLean with a 2.83 and a 0.37 as we see Steve from Florida, the regular footer in the white vest, kicks out, riding a single fin action. S.McLean from Florida, hard off the bottom here, sets up a beautiful line here, great trim speed. Is he going to find the 5, stretches out for the 5, pedals back for the tail. Is he going to put that board on rail there, swings it back, little rebound off the foam, sets himself up. He'll want to get nice and high for a critical nose ride. 4 steps to the nose, nice 5, pulls in for the 10, 10, pedals back, great footwork, nice foam climb, keeps on. You can see the weight of that board is allowing that flow through the section. He's going to be absolutely stoked with that one. Gets a little pound in the short break. A.Pieters with a 1.33 and a 3.27 is in third position as we see the replay. Look at this beautiful low line here, Shannon. See how he sets himself up there, 2 steps up to the nose, pedals back here, riding a much bigger board than the other competitors there, but the weight of that board seems to be keeping a lot of flow. I love the fact that it's completely deckless, clean and clear. There's the 5 stretching out. Is this the one where he gets the 10, pulls up? There's the 10, pedals back, nice footwork, and then a foam climb, good control.
You can see K.Sallas with a late takeoff here, charging, looking like he's actually in Hawaii. Love that bright orange board. Let's see if he can make it around the foam. This might even be a positioning tactic, actually, just to get himself out away from kind of that chunky whitewash in the middle, so he has a cleaner paddle to get back into position.
You're exactly right, Shannon. You can see by his body language there, he's just getting himself back into the channel. You can see S.McLean there. He's out in the channel. That's the position to be, to have that easier paddle. K.Sallas in second as we see live action. A nice foamy section there, but getting out on the open face there. Good footwork, nice and low, right in the pocket, moving very fast, readjusts his feet, sweeps it back, bounces off the foam there. You can really see the speed he's carrying on that board there, but a lot of bounce, very hard to hang on to, and not able to get in the pocket for a steep enough section to find the nose ride, kind of hanging on with that ride. But will it replace his 2.83 and increase the pressure? Judges have a perfect view of the whole ride, so they would have seen that as we see K.Sallas sets up a beautiful high line, nice 5, great positioning to come around this section. Can he get back on the open face here, Shannon? What do you think?
So like you said, great starting nose ride as we see A.Pieters on his backhand, so he's looking for that nose ride. Just a quick tap, smaller wave selection. Let's see if it starts to open up for him on the inside, because he's got a little bit of that funny kind of corner setup, but there he is. He finds another locked in hang 5, and he just goes out of view, but I would assume that that wave continued to stand up for him in that shallow section.
And he forced a surf off with Taylor Jensen. As we see a little replay there, looks like a little bit of 2 surfers up at the same time. I'm not sure who had right of way there, but certainly there might be an interference call. S.McLean is still in the lead. K.Sallas in second as we see this replay of A.Pieters working it through to the inside. Alfonso actually snapped a board earlier in the week when he was out free surfing.
Alfonso hasn't quite gotten in the game the way that Kai and Steven have. Both Kai and Steven have 5-point rides on the board, which is great moving forward and take us through this live action.
He sets up that high line. He comes out of that one. You could see that he was staying nice and high to set himself up for a tight nose ride, probably thinking of something like the 5 or the 10. Some real support for the Hawaiians, and if the conditions stay big, they'll definitely be contenders. Over to you, Shannon.
Nice, clean draw, opening line drawn. Throws so much power into that first turn and gets that little hang 5. Not tons of control with it, but continues to stay with this wave. And that's just going to fade out on him. But how was that opening turn?
We see the replay. Look at this layback turn. Beautiful power surfing there. Great rail work. Runs back up to the nose, gets the 5, pedals back to the tail. Another cut back here and then into that foam section. But he'll be quick out back, looking for one more. S.McLean now, I've been impressed with his surfing in this heat. Runs straight up to the nose, pedals back to the tail. Look at the nose kick in the front of that board, and nice rail grab, sets himself up. Look at the speed line here. Is he going to find an opportunity to get back up to the nose? He does. He gets the 5, and I can't express how hard it is to surf this wave when you get out on those bouncy shoulders. So really impressed with everything I'm seeing from all of the surfers in this heat. S.McLean, our heat leader from Florida, our 24-year-old, first time here competing at the World Longboard Championship. Time to do it. He's got 6 minutes remaining. Talk us through this replay of Steve, Shannon.
So that quick nose ride to take off with. Love that little rail grab, kind of just to keep control of things. Like you said, it is bumpy, it's windy, there's so much power to this wave, they're going so fast, but he is just riding it so well. I mean, how cruisy is this? Gets back to the nose ride, sticks with it, and he'll have a nice clean kick out as well.
The replay of the high line from K.Sallas, 2 steps to the nose, beautiful hold on that, gets the 10, arms up high, fantastic surfing from Kai from Waikiki, big sweep back turn there, sets himself up again, all the foam in the face here, but nothing putting him off. Great flow, great rail work, good style, good control. This is a beautiful mix of surfing, represents the diversity that we know that K.Sallas always delivers. This is going to be a very big score. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the biggest score of the heat so far, and I think that this is going to put Kai back in the lead.
Oh, absolutely amazing surfing from Kai. Nice tight turns in the pocket as we see S.McLean. Good quick hang 5, just reading that line. Oh, and he ejects, but I love that he was setting himself up high for that nose ride.
And then Alphonse looking at that left there, but he kicks out of that one where he looks like he wanted to do his trademark layback turn, but probably realized he didn't really have the speed he needed for that. He's going to go out to look for a bigger set. Previous wave, obviously that really good wave we saw on replay was the 617, as we see the trademark layback from Alfonso Peters there. Is he going to go for another layback? Beautiful carving layback. Alfonso will be looking for a score in the probably 7 or 8 range to get him up into first position. Kai in the lead with the 5.
Rail grab as he looks like he might be coming in, but maybe doing the paddle around. K.Sallas in live action.
So right in the pocket, Kai is a fantastic tube rider. If anyone can come out of tubes on a longboard, it's K.Sallas. Whether does he stay on the wave behind? 30 seconds remaining. S.McLean, can he get the score he needs to move into first position? He has a very fast hang 5 days, rifling down this section, but it's going to get bouncy. I don't think it's going to deliver the pocket shape that will allow the critical nose work or rail work to give him the score he needs. Great surfing from Stephen. I think that he has really represented himself, and he should be very proud of the way he's performed in this heat.
I absolutely agree. So he does have a score dropping in. K.Sallas also with one last score to come through, but I do believe K.Sallas will be taking the lead. S.McLean through in second and Alfonso Peters in third with more scores to drop through.